The theme of the space is working for yourself. And so we basically took a bunch of places that you might have worked for yourself alone, for example, the library. So this is the library. If you were starting a business or doing something for the first time, you might work out of a library. The other spaces that we have here are the cafe and the dorm room, which are all places that people working for themselves tend to populate since they don't have anywhere to go. So we have a bunch of books on the walls here. This is where everyone locks in. All right, up to the cafe we go. And you can see on the walls here, we have some pictures. This is from our comedy show that we had here in the cafe. And this is the first day of Sprint 1. So the first time that people came here to chase their dreams, this was that day. And that's me right there. All right, let's go up. This is the cafe. Right here, we have our record wall, which basically every time someone participates in their sprint, where they come here for 10 weeks to chase their dreams, try to make something and make a living off of it, we get their favorite album. We put it on this wall. We have a very diverse array of music taste. And then we have a record player here. Right now we have a record playing, which is the Kid Leroy. This is a couch that we constructed out of wood. There's a funny story behind that I'll tell later, but we actually made it ourselves. Everyone makes coffee here. 3D printer. Miscellaneous building materials. This is the dorm room. This is where the SLAM team, so basically the people who are running this entire space, this is where we work. This is my desk right here. We have a lot of random stuff on the walls that we collected. There's a lot of Calvin and Hobbes because I like Calvin and Hobbes. Bonnie's asparagus coat rack is here. So she basically made a 6-foot tall coat rack that looks like an asparagus. And all right, let's go to the roof. We have a great view of San Francisco over here. And that's pretty much it. We can go on this side. We'll go on this side. This is the SLAM space. Thank you very much for coming on this tour with me. All right, so you might be wondering, what is SLAM? What is this crazy place that you're showing me? And I think it's kind of hard to answer that question because ourselves working on SLAM, sometimes we don't really know. I think the best way to answer it right now is that we're kind of building this community for people who are working full-time on their dreams, which sounds very general, and that's because it is. We have these people who come here working on all sorts of things. We have people working on short films, on small businesses, on baking cake, music, and they all come here just because they share this desire to do whatever it is they're doing full-time. What we do is we bring people here for free and we let them work here for 10 weeks and try to go full-time on whatever it is they're doing. My co-founder Declan and I, we went through our own journey of creating our own path, of doing this thing that is entrepreneurship or whatever it is that you want to call it, art, creation, and making a living off of it. And we kind of got to this place where we were making a good amount of money to sustain ourselves. We were checking off all the boxes on paper, but we still felt this lack of community. And I think a lot of that is because so much of our communities are organized around traditional paths. When you go to school, you have your friends. When you have a job, you go to an office with your colleagues. But when you're working for yourself, when you're doing your own thing, it's really hard to find a place to go with people doing something similar. So we set out to create that place for ourselves, and this is it. It's been around 8 months. We've done 3 sprints so far. Around 30 people have come by here to chase their dreams, and it's been amazing. But our end goal is to bring this to many places around the world. To be able to say that you can go to a SLAM space or a space like this anywhere in the world and be able to create your own path. There's a long way to go to get there. We have a lot of problems right now. Namely, our company actually doesn't make any money, so it's not much of a company right now. We're just experimenting. We're kind of just draining the money out of our own pockets right now, finding a way for it to make money without having to take a part of people's dreams and charging an absurd amount of money or taking equity like some VC firm. So that's what we're doing here at SLAM, and I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I wanted to make these kinds of videos in order to document what's going on because I think it's gonna be fun. Every Thursday here at SLAM, we run this thing called Checkpoint. Every single person that's here that's working on something of their own, starting a business, making art, whatever it is, they're gonna go up and tell everyone about their week. And it's kind of a way for us to keep each other accountable and also just know what's going on with everyone's own journeys. Everyone here does crazy different things. We have people making cake, we have people making ceramics, we have people making apps. Checkpoint is kind of a time for everyone to get together and share whatever is going on on everyone's crazy journey of creating their own path. I always look forward to Checkpoint. It's always a great time to see both the similarities and differences between what people are doing. I mean, you have people doing such different things and they'll still run into the same problems of motivation, of maybe running out of steam, or they'll have similar wins. Maybe they're all posting content, maybe they're all working on making a website and sharing their work with the world.